Hey guys, what's going on? And as always, my name is Mr. Shank, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to sharpen your Jonsered CS2253. So, with that said, let's get into this video. Hey guys, what's going on? And as always, my name is Mr. Shank, and today we have a really special video. Alright guys, so as you can see, on this chain, is you got one tooth that faces one direction, the next tooth faces the opposite direction. This one here is a left side, this one here is a right side, and that's only determined by the side that you have to sharpen from, okay? So let's turn it up so you guys can see it a little bit better. The things that you're going to end up needing for this is one, is some sort of marking tool, then you're going to need your chainsaw file. So let's get sharpening this. So as you can see, this tooth right here, this is the one I'm going to start with. So I'm going to take my marker and I'm just going to put a dash right across this tooth. That way I know where I started, so when I come back up, say I'm on this tooth here, I know right when to stop so I don't over sharpen the teeth. So when you go to sharpen your teeth, you want to make sure that you count out all the strokes for every single tooth. So if you do 4 strokes on this tooth, you're going to do 4 strokes on this tooth, and even on the opposite side you want to do 4 strokes for that tooth. That way you don't end up over sharpening one tooth more than the other, because then it will start to cut at a curve. It won't cut straight. Alright, now there's a couple of different ways that you can hold down your saw. Now if you had like a portable vise, you could probably use your portable vise and then just make sure you pinch it right in the center of your bar. Now, a lot of the times when you don't have a portable vise, you have to sometimes do it out in the field. And that requires you to find a stump or something that you can properly set down. Now, there's a lot of people out there that have different techniques when they go out and they don't have a vise. I like to put the saw right underneath my armpit, just like this here. Okay? And that way I can put my hand right underneath the saw. Alright? And I can also manipulate the chain as needed. So, where we marked our tooth is right here, okay? Now, I'm going to get the file, and then I'm going to do 4 strokes for every single tooth on here. That way, everything gets evenly sharpened, and when I go to cut, I don't end up, cutting at an angle. It cuts nice and straight down through. So, with that said, let's try sharpening this thing. When you go to sharpen it, you want to make sure that you stay with the manufacturer's cutting angle, okay? And you want to hold your file at a 20-degree angle, so it should look just like this here, okay? And then you do 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? So that tooth's done. Moving on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now when it comes to pressure, you don't have to try to break your file right in half. All you got to do is just lightly use pressure, keeping the same 20 degree and the same angle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now you don't have to count them out loud, obviously you know that, but sometimes it helps. Okay guys, so with the same idea, we're going to end up marking, this would be the left side. Okay, so we're going to mark out a tooth where we need to start. And we use that tooth there. Now with the same idea, with the chainsaw file, you're going to end up sharpening the left side just like you did the right side. You know what I mean? You're going to go 4 strokes per tooth. Now I use 4 because it's not going to take much more than 4 strokes, 3 to 4 strokes to sharpen one of these teeth. So, as you can see, we'll get down. Now this is the way I like to do it if I'm out into the field. I like to bury the saw right into my armpit, and it kind of holds it steady, and I can still manipulate the chain either with this hand or with this hand, depending, because I'm going to have the chainsaw file at this hand. So, with that said, let's get sharpening it. Now you want to keep the same degree, same amount of strokes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Moving on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. Alright guys, so now that we've completed all that, we're back onto our mark, the tooth that we first started with. I just want to show you that, you guys can see that, I don't know if you guys can, but there's metal flakes all over my fingers. So, if you rub your eyes, you're going to get metal flakes in them. Don't rub your eyes after filing the chainsaw. Alright, so, now that we've got this all sharpened up, which as you can see, it digs nicely into my finger. We don't want to cut our finger. Let's take it down back. Let's go find a tree that we can kind of cut some blocks off of and just see how sharp this actually is. Oh, here we go. Now we're ready. Nothing like starting out the morning with my big red cup of coffee. Big bump. Really early in the morning, but we wanted to wait for people to get up before we started cutting wood. So, right now, we're going down to one of the places where I've dropped the tree in a previous video. And it's really bumpy. I gotta get the tractor up here to maintenance the road a little bit, but we're also at my shooting range as well. So, there we go. We made it. Okay. We're here, guys, and now we're going to show you just how sharp this saw actually is. First, I got to have some more coffee. Big red cup. Alright guys, so now that we found our tree, now we took this down in a previous video, which you'll see coming out at the left hand side of the screen. This is a big oak tree. Now we're going to start out on something small, move up to something that's about mid-size, and then we're going to get back into the real meaty part of the tree, back in the trunk. So I've got my camera set up so you guys can see the chain, see how sharp it is from like a, I guess it'd be a first person view. So, let's get into trying to cut this tree, see how sharp this chain actually is. Cut off a limb, so we're going to try to go down through this limb and see just how fast we can cut through it. One more. We're gonna do one more. Let's see if I can shoot some chips at you. Nice and sharp. Okay guys, so the smaller stuff is well and good, and it shows just how sharp the chain actually is. But here we are at the big base, you know, the big part of the trunk. Now down towards the bottom where the stump would be. Now that's usually, you know, a lot thicker and may take a little bit more time. But let's see how sharp this chain actually is by trying to cut through something a little bit more bigger in diameter. As you guys can see, I still got the camera, so you guys will be able to see first-hand view. One more cut. And there it is, guys. That's how you're going to sharpen up your saw chain so you can start making a lot better cuts, a lot faster cuts, a lot straighter cuts. Now, hopefully if this video helped you out, hopefully you guys will go down and hit that like button. Also subscribe if you'd like to keep up with a little bit more of my videos, always wanting to know what I'm up to. You can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And I usually post a few pictures of, you know, behind the scenes and just what I'm up to. So with that said, guys, hopefully you really enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to see you in the next. Have a great day. Bye.